Good? Okay. So today I'm going to be talking about nanotechnology, and the group I'm focusing on is going to be high schoolers, 9th and 10th graders, since I'm going to talk about science and biology, and usually people take biology in 9th and 10th grade. So nanotechnology basically refers to the manipulation of materials in the atomic and molecular level. So super tiny nano, super tiny, for revolutionary computing, and not just by making the process faster, but also making computing devices a lot smaller. Scientists, they believe that these devices that small may someday be implemented in our human body to serve as served as anything basically, as our artificial immune system. And this was taken from a website called list25.com. The standard that I'm trying to sort of connect the dots with is from the 10th grade standards of biology, and more specifically obtain, evaluate, and communicate info to analyze how genetic information is expressed in cells, such as the structures of DNA and RNA, such as in the process of replication, translation, and transcription, genetic variations such as new combinations, and then obviously you have insertions, deletions, and substitutions, and radiation and chemicals. And lastly, what relates to my topic is to ask questions to gather and communicate information about the use and ethical considerations of biotechnology and forensics, medicine, and agriculture. So nanotechnology sort of falls into the biotech realm, and that's what I'm going to be offering up. So what exactly, how is nanotechnology involved? So I know for me, back in high school, looking at pictures of the human body, it just sounded really boring, and it didn't really relate to me. I felt like we were trying to, when they were talking about cells and about molecular structures, I didn't really understand it too much. It just showed pictures, and I felt like this wasn't really going to apply to the real world. But when I was researching about nanotechnology and particles, it kind of tied the two things together. It was sort of interesting to see what we were going to learn, what we were learning in class, and someday really, help bridge both the bio world and the technology world together. And it was interesting to see how you could have these small devices that can essentially, be inserted into the human body, and you could see all of your DNA cells and your structures at a molecular level, at a nano level. And if for some reason something may go wrong, they can commute it into their system to make it work artificially. And so that to me seemed really, really interesting. This is an example of a human fibroblast cell at a nanometer level. It's super duper cool, and this is how it looks inside our bodies. And we usually, we only see pictures and drawings of how people did, but to see it actually in the human body, to me, just seems really fascinating. And so something that we talk about a lot. Our human body is super duper complex, but at the same time, we don't know that much about it. We've done years and years of research, but we still don't know a lot about it. But by using this technology, we can know more and more about it, and it can really help with our medical field. Nanoparticles in our pharmaceutical products, they improve our absorption within our body and make it easier to deliver. And so we can, through combinations of medical devices, and it can help through to get rid of cancer cells in chemotherapy. So this was to me a very interesting and innovative topic. Any questions?
I think what you said, I have a comment really, but I think what you said about DNA, I heard that, like, for a fact for DNA was that it changes every 7 years, which I think is really, really cool. Like, I thought, like, I never knew that before, ever since I learned it, but I think that's really, really cool. And, I also feel that technology, like you said, would be really, really helpful in the biology field because it itself is like actually talking about dealing with another human being's body, essentially. So you really have to understand it to the highest level that you can, and I think technology really is beneficial for that reason.
And as you pointed out in your presentation, technology is our new normal. The more years that go by, the more technological advanced the world is becoming, and so it's really interesting to take a subject like science. It's been around for ages, and that has stayed the same for hundreds of years, and to combine it with a new field that is growing faster and faster every single day, and to bridge those two fields together at such a young age to kids that might be thinking of going into certain fields. I think it's important to talk about this in these kind of classes, especially in the freshman and sophomore levels, because this is when students are thinking of what they want to become, what colleges they want to go to, what do they want to major in, and so if we put this information in their minds, they'll be thinking about what they want to do in the future, how do they want to contribute to the future. If they're interested in the field of biology and technology, this may be the field for them.
Yeah, like personally, I would say that if any field really needs technology to enhance what they're doing, I think it's the medical and biology field, because it's like, I've taken biology before, I know how technical it gets, but like it's incredible as to how much they have to know and remember.
I mean, the field of biology is not thoroughly advanced. I mean, we still don't know a lot about the human body. We still don't know a lot about what's in our brain. We probably know like less than 10% of what really goes on in the human brain, really goes on in our bodies. So this way we can find out much faster through looking at it and through devices that can compute information from the body itself. And also we can again learn more about our bodies about things having discovered. And it can maybe even lead to more advances such as cloning or other breakthroughs like that.
Right.
Do you think they could help preventing like diseases and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, one of the
like if a baby is born.
Yeah, I mean one of the interesting facts about nanotechnology is that it is there's medical drug equipment, and it enables for point of care testing and delivery of medical care, and that you can implant and improvise certain cells to resist infection. So definitely.
And it stops Down syndrome.
I don't think we're at that stage yet. Maybe we might be able to get there. I mean, Down syndrome is not really, it's affected by extra chromosomes. So I don't think we've gotten that far. But maybe in the future, and the more we learn about DNA,
like cure Down syndrome.
yeah, maybe one day. I mean, you never know. And like she said, these worlds of technology and biology together has not been explored that much. So that is definitely. Yeah, and we can also use technology to deliver chemotherapy and kill cancer cells, definitely. That is one of the
Here's her like
one of do we know how he is just like
the eyelashes are actually like
Or like why cancer, what happens, like where it does, like what happens in somebody's lungs or stomach or whatever. Do we not know that?
I think we do. I mean, I think scientists and researchers around the world do know how it gets started, but they just don't know the way to get rid of it except with radiation and chemotherapy. And so maybe with nanotechnology, we can use the nanoparticles to speed up the process and because through the process, I mean, it is a stressful and painful process. I mean, you go through a lot of psychological issues and mental issues. I mean, definitely, I think they are working on it. Anything else? And I just wanted to say that the reason why I was drawn to this particular topic was because I find it interesting relating the two worlds together because I like biology. Actually, I'm more into the psychology of biology of the human brain, and I also it's interesting how technology can be implemented in every aspect of our human in our world today. Good? Okay, thank you.